Welcome inside the pond for another edition of IBL Baseball. I'm Spencer Tangway. The Welland Jackfish set to host the Hamilton Cardinals on another thirsty Thursday as Happy Gilmore set to tee off our first pitch. Join us. First pitch coming up next. We'll take a look at the starting lineups. We'll see the starting pitchers as we get set for another edition of Jackfish Baseball. Opening pitch is next.
To take this off my shoulders, someone take me home. Home, a place where I can go. To take this off my shoulders, someone take me home.
It's been a long time coming.
Someone take me home.
A beautiful night for baseball, and it's the Hamilton Cardinals in town to take on your Welland Jackfish. I'm Spencer Tangway. A beautiful night indeed, and it's a beautiful time to climb the standings. As if you look at the standings in the IBL right now, the London Majors, 13-5 through the first 18 games. Boy, they're having a good season, and they're running away with that first spot. But the logjam between the second spot and the seventh spot, it's anyone's race. Brantford, of course, right now sitting in the bottom, but it is anyone's race for those remaining other spots. The Jackfish right now currently with a record of 10-10. This is game number 21 of the 2021 calendar, and it's against the Hamilton Cardinals. Umpire for tonight's game, the home plate umpire tonight is Keith McConkey. The first base umpire is Ben Mercier, and the third base umpire is Mr. Alan Ward. 7:34 p.m. We are almost set for baseball on a very warm and sticky, humid night here in Welland, Ontario. It's the Jackfish and the Cardinals. We're underway from Welland Stadium. Good time to talk about today's starting pitchers and starting lineups. The starting pitcher tonight for the Jackfish, making his IBL and a Welland Jackfish debut, it's Jake Harford. He has that slow windup. Harford came across the border at 6:20 Eastern Time, opening pitch 7:34. So it got to the ballpark just at about 6:45. Not a lot of time to warm up. Throw on his Happy Gilmore golf uniform, and he's set to go. And now he's behind in the count, 2-1. As we take a look at the starting lineup for the Hamilton Cardinals. 2-1 pitch, just missed upstairs as Keith McConkey says that'll be a ball. As the starter, Tristan Osika will be the leadoff man, and he will play shortstop tonight and wear number 50. He's ahead in the count, 3-1. So now the 3-1 pitch from Harford. On the way down to left, and that'll fall right in front of the left fielder for the Jackfish, as Kwan couldn't get there, so they have a leadoff single off the bat of Tristan Osika.
Number 13, Ryan Fremantle.
So Ryan Fremantle, the left fielder tonight, will wear 13 and bat second. He'll be followed by the always dangerous Justin Gideon, who will play up the middle and center. Lane Renault, the right fielder, will bat fourth in the cleanup position. Josh Niles, he'll bat fifth, with Ryan Burnside batting sixth and catching. The bottom of the order, Chris Pacopio will play first base and wear number 43, batting seventh. Jeremy Veilleux, the designated hitter in the eighth spot. And Brandon Nieva is batting ninth at the bottom of the order. So the Jackfish trying to catch the London Majors and try to climb the standings as close as they can. The Majors, of course, 13-5. Seem to have a pretty good stranglehold of the IBL right now in that first spot. They had a dominant win against the Sox just a few days ago. Put up another 16 runs. Catches the outside of the plate for a strike. And Hartford's ahead, 1-2. Spelling Hartford's name, there's pronounced almost like the Hartford Whalers, but no T. Hartford. Correct spelling. 1-2. Here's a pitch that just missed outside, and it evens the count at 2-2. Home plate umpire tonight, Keith McConkey, spends a lot of time here in Welland, Ontario, and the fans know him well. On him very early again here in the top half of the first inning. 2-2, nobody out. A runner aboard on first for the Cardinals. It's a chopper down the first first base side, and it's foul. So he stays alive, 2-2. Get our first look at Jake Harford as he was signed before the deadline. He gets his first time to play for the Jackfish tonight. Mike Wagner not in the lineup tonight for the Jackfish, as he is one of the players that crosses the border to come play. But his COVID test, his results not in time. So it's a hiccup that you have to deal with in this 2021 season, trying to figure out who's going to be able to play in his COVID test. Unfortunately, not in time before today's game. So he is out. So that missed downstairs and low, 3-2. And Hartford throwing a lot of pitches here in the first inning, as he needs to get a strikeout here to get some confidence, as he's got a runner already aboard. And now the payoff pitch on a 3-2 count. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Fremantle strikes out, and the Jackfish have an opening out. So Tristan Osika, is on first base off a leadoff single to left, and that'll bring up Justin Gideon. Just underway if you're just joining us here in Welland. It's a 0-0 ball game with a runner aboard on first. So strike one to Gideon. Gideon, it's been a pretty dominant and pretty permanent spot in that number 3 spot for the Cardinals. He's batting 26 for 78 this season, and he takes strike two. 3 home runs, 13 RBIs, batting .333 on the campaign. So he's behind in the count here, number 11, though, for the Cardinals. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and Gideon sits down. It's a second strikeout in a row for Hartford. So Jake Hartford, back-to-back strikeouts after giving up that little hit to left field. And now Lane Renault, the right fielder, steps in for the Cardinals. Back-to-back strikeouts for the Jackfish. Missed outside as that slid way across the plate. It's his 17th pitch of the inning. Hartford from Silver Creek, New York, just an hour and 15 across the pond. 1-0 count. Fastball down the middle, catches the piece of the strike zone, 1-1. Beautiful night for baseball, of course. Kitchener hosting Brantford tonight in the lone other game in the IBL, and that is a huge game for Kitchener, of course, as we talked about the standings and how they will play out coming down the stretch. Jackfish playing a couple of home and homes now. They'll play the Hamilton Cardinals on Sunday. That's the only 2 games this weekend for the Fish. You look at the schedule, it almost looks like an error, not having any Friday or Saturday ball games. That missed outside, and now it's 2-1. So a pitch that completely got away from Hartford makes it a 2-1 count with 2 outs. Osika aboard at first for the Cardinals. Hartford trying to look and get out of this inning. He's already got 2 strikeouts. Here's the 2-1. Definitely a strike down the pipe, and it's 2-2. So the Cardinals down to their last strike here in the top half of the first. Lone base runner aboard. Just off that leadoff hit from Osika. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, and make it 3 strikeouts in a row, as Hartford has a pretty good first inning. 3 strikeouts, and just that lone hit, the Cardinals will leave aboard. We'll go to the bottom half of the first when we come back. You're watching Jackfish Baseball from the vibrant Rose City. Bottom of the first we go. Glad you could be a part of this one. It's the Cardinals and the Jackfish as we take a look at the Welland Jackfish starting lineup.
Jackfish here in the bottom of the first inning with his caddy, right fielder number 13, Nicholson Brandon.
This is Brandon Nicholson. He'll lead things off for the Jackfish and play right field. Griffin Keller will bat second. And Dane Tofflin also due up here in the bottom half of the first inning. Leadoff line drive to left field. What a start on Happy Gilmore night. And the Jackfish have a runner aboard on the first pitch from Chris Lazar.
Teeing off second with the caddy once again, first baseman number 24, Keller Griffin.
So Chris Lazar, first pitch of the ball game, sent right back to left, and the Jackfish have a runner aboard. Beautiful swing from Brandon Nicholson. May have to hire the caddy full time. For those who are just trying to figure out why there's a caddy bringing the Jackfish players bats, of course, it is Happy Gilmore night. There's a shot to right. That could go the distance. Keep going. Keller's going to round first. Nicholson's around second. He's going to round third. He's got the side to keep going. Back-to-back pitches, a single, then a double, and it's 1-0 Jackfish. Talk about a start on hole number 1. 1-0 Fish, 2 pitches in the ball game. No wonder why the Cardinals already have someone warming up in the bullpen.
Tofflin Dane.
Just speaking with Brenda Lang off the air, before Lazar threw his first pitch of the ball game, the Cardinals had a righty warming up in the bullpen. So there could be something we don't know, but 2 pitches in, and the Jackfish take advantage big time and score with a single and an RBI double. Third pitch of the ball game. Inside, downstairs, misses for ball number 1. So 1-0 Jackfish. What an exciting start, as this is Dane Tofflin. Takes that off-speed pitch down the middle for a strike. Lazar's ERA, very good this season. He's .292 in his 37 of innings pitched, He's struck out 34 batters for the Cardinals, as I jumble by the words this tonight. 2-1. That pitch missed upstairs. Tofflin of the season is 30 for 77. 4 home runs, 20 RBIs that he's brought in. He's batting .389 in the number 3 spot of the order, as the Jackfish lineup continues to dominate. To third, Tofflin on the move, but the throw's in time, and Tofflin is retired. So Tofflin is retired for the first out, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Brendan Datson. So a 1-out situation as Keller sits aboard on second for the Jackfish. Here's Datson, swings the first pitch, just up the third base line, and that'll move the base runner. A beautiful executed play for the Jackfish. And it's a single for Datson, and now they have runners on the corners in a 1-0 ball game with 1 out.
The designated hitter, number 39, Hildebrandt Matt.
So now the DH, the big man, Matt Hildebrandt, as Datson's 1 for 1 of the ball game. Couple of base runners aboard, or I should say groups ahead of us, as we will reference golf all night. I'm sure we'll see an appearance from Bob Barker, as I believe I saw his white hair downstairs. Bob Barker in attendance for Happy Gilmore night. Shooter McGavin as well. Outside, 1-0. With a runner on first and third. Lazar struggling here in the first, and as mentioned, runner going now. Pop fly right in front of the Jackfish dugout. And he's returning back to first, as it's an easy play for the third baseman for Hamilton to make the catch. as Josh Niles simply made the catch in foul territory.
Catcher number 34.
But Lazar, we talked about struggling here in the first, but before the first pitch was even thrown tonight, the Cardinals had a righty warming up in the bullpen. So this could be something planned. As Lazar, as we saw in the first couple of pitches of the ball game, a single to left and then a line drive double to right that made it a 1-0 ball game. So it could be just a short night for the starter of Chris Lazar. Fly ball to right at the first pitch. Running after it is the right fielder, and he makes the catch. So they leave 2 base runners aboard, but the Jackfish do open up the scoring on Thirsty Thursday. We've played one complete. We'll go to the second when we come back.
All right, fans.
Top of the second inning we go. Welcome back to the pond. I'm Spencer Tangway.
Josh Niles.
Beautiful night for baseball as the Cardinals are due up now. This is the third baseman, Josh Niles. He will lead things off for the Hamilton Cardinals. He'll be followed by the catcher, Ryan Burnside. And then it's Chris Procopio who is due up this inning. Fastball down the middle. From the new guy for the Jackfish, it's Jake Hartford. Cut across the border. We were talking just over 620 today. Just a very quick warm-up, just a couple of tosses. And now he throws on his Happy Gilmore-inspired uniforms for the Fish. Jackfish, of course, wearing the Happy Gilmore uniforms all night long. These jerseys are being auctioned off at the game in support of the Lions Club, a proud partner of the Jackfish. They do 50-50 as well here. Good community partner for the Fish. But a couple Happy Gilmore jerseys already in the crowd I saw before the game. People have bought them at the tackle box. Strike 3, ring him up. He's got 4 strikeouts, and they're in a row consecutive. That's his 4th in a row after that leadoff hit in the first.
Catcher number 55, Ryan Burnside.
So Ryan Burnside, the catcher for the Hamilton Cardinals tonight. That'll go to right. That'll end the strikeout streak. That'll go all the way to the right fielder. But he fumbles the ball right in front of the foul pole. He will easily go to second on an error from the right fielder for the Jackfish. So Nicholson bumbled kind of the ball right in front of him, in front of the right field wall. And that sent Burnside from first to second. He was going to stop at first, but he moves on to second off an error. Procopio struck out 6 times. He's only batting 100, 2 for 20. So not a good season for Procopio. Foul ball right towards the bullpen pitchers for the Jackfish. Just sitting in left field. Give them some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. They're set to go in the bullpen. So 1 out. Runner aboard in scoring position is Burnside. Behind Hartford. Fastball, good pitch. And he's ahead in the count, 0-2. Procopio will be followed by the DH of Jeremy Veilleux. You don't often see the DH batting in the 8th spot in the order. Here's the pitch, inside. Backs him off the plate just a bit with that fastball offering. 1-2 the count, 1 out. Veilleux this season batting at .259, and he has only 7 hits as the DH. 1-2, 2 outs. Hartford fouls it back. Good offering from the righty, the new member of the Jackfish, making his IBL debut tonight. Hartford spent some time in the Pecos League where he had an ERA of just 1 and change in 15 innings of work. 1-2, 1 out. Here's the pitch. High fly ball to right. That's leaking foul, though, to the berm. And that'll go out of play. A very well hit ball, but it leaked just a little too much and went to the right field berm. So 1-2, 1 out for the Hamilton Cardinals with a runner in scoring position. It's a 1-0 Jackfish lead. Jackfish set a record attendance on Saturday night when we hosted the Barrie Bay Cats with fireworks displays following the game. Attendance of 1,234. And as I look down below me now, and PA announcer Rod Mahood also just mentioned, pushing the record again. It is a full crowd tonight here at the pond. Thirsty Thursday. Strike 3, ring him up. He's got 5, and everybody's getting chicken wings.
That's 5 strikeouts, 5 free chicken wings for everybody in attendance tonight, courtesy of Angelina's.
That's got to be a record for the Jackfish. 5 strikeouts, not even through
Designated
2 innings.
Number 18, Jeremy Veilleux.
Angelina's Pizza, get the fryers on early. Fastball just missed the corner. Maybe that's the game plan. Come across the border, 6:20. No need to warm up. Who needs batting practice? Who needs to throw the ball? Just get out there and throw 5 strikeouts. 1 ball, no strikes. And that one missed outside as well. Very muggy night here in Welland with a breeze blowing out of the ballpark. Brandon and I watching batting practice. Couldn't believe some of the fly balls that were flying out. You have to hit it, though. It seemed right towards right center. Anything too far right or too far left wasn't catching the wind. There's that one little spot, one channel right in center field that was pushing balls like crazy. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. The Cardinals have the tying run aboard at second. He's been stuck on second base for a while as he takes looked like a strike on the outside corner, but it's called a ball by home plate umpire Keith McConkey. So now 3 balls, 1 strike. Just getting going on a beautiful Thursday night and a thirsty Thursday. So here is the 3-1 offering. Time called, and I can't believe how late they do call time, as he was pretty much halfway through his windup times called. So 3-1, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. High fly ball to center. Moving back is the center fielder. And Marriott makes the catch. They leave a base runner. They left 2 in the first. They leave 1 this time. It is 1-0 Jackfish. We'll go to the bottom of the second when we come back. So 1-0 Jackfish. Here we go in the bottom of the second.
Fielder number 11, Tony Kwan.
As Tony Kwan steps back into the lineup, he is batting 7th for the Jackfish tonight. Eric Marriott is due up, as well as Nolan Pettipiece, and they will face the lefty of Chris Lazar. He takes the first pitch high and inside. Speaking with Brendan Lang, who personally knows Lazar and has worked with him before, not a lot of speed coming from his pitches. Has a lot of movement on his pitches and knows how to work the strike zone, but not a lot of velocity. Having a pretty good season, though, with the Hamilton Cardinals. That is for sure. Lazar into the ballgame with an ERA of 2.92. Definitely not too shabby at all. He's behind in the count, though. 2 balls, 1 strike against Tony Kwan. Kwan this season has a home run, and it was a grand slam. The Kwan bomb right here at the pond. He's driven in 5 runs. Swing and a miss on that off-speed pitch. Oh, that was slow. 5 for 21 this season, batting .238. One of the few Jackfish in the lineup below the 300 mark. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he struck out Tony Kwan. So that's Lazar's first strikeout of the ball game, and he gets Tony Kwan swinging in the second. As Ted Seeger comments, who is the new guy? The new guy for the Jackfish today, it's the right-handed pitcher of Jake Harford. Harford from Silver Creek, New York, just an hour and 15 minutes across the border. Spent time in the Pecos League, was signed before the deadline to add some depth in the pitching rotation. And he already has 5 strikeouts. A bunt that'll be perfectly placed just out of the reach of Lazar. And Marriott's aboard with a bunt and a quick jolt to first base. At first, I thought it was going to be right back to the pitcher as it took a weird hop. But then it kind of got eaten up in the grass and just out of the reach of Chris Lazar.
Number 4, Nolan Pettipiece.
So Nolan Pettipiece is the 9th spot in the bottom of the order tonight for the Jackfish. Nicholson, who's already scored a run tonight, is on deck. Called strike on the inside corner. 0-1. Lazar's ahead in the count here on Thirsty Thursday. A perfect night for baseball. Marriott's going. High blooper, shallow right field. That could get down, and it will. So it'll be a single for Pettipiece. Marriott was stuck in no man's land on the bases as he thought that might have been caught. But it falls right just outside the infield. In right field.
Number 13, Brandon Nicholson.
So the Jackfish in the second with a 1-0 lead. 1 out, have a runner on first and a runner on second. Another question, of course, the general idea when the playoffs will start. Playoffs will get underway in the middle of September, as the last couple of regular seasons games will end the first and second week of September. Jackfish, I believe, if I recall off the top of my head, ending at home on Saturday, September 4th on firework night again against the London Majors. Fly ball right over our heads in the press box. That game will start 6:05 the first pitch, another Saturday night game with another great firework display when the London Majors come back to town. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. A runner in scoring position and a runner on first for the Jackfish. That's inside in the dirt. Burnside blocks it. And that'll hold Marriott, who's aboard at second base. 1-2, 1 out. Playoffs, of course, a little bit different this year, just with the only 7 teams and Guelph sitting out. The first place team receiving that bye. High and up above his head is Lazar. Let that one slip away. So the second seed would play the 7th seed. The third would play the 6th seed. And 4 and 5. 2-2, 1 out. Nicholson, high fly ball. That looks like it's going to get all the way to the wall, and it will. That'll score at least 2 runs for the Jackfish. Marriott touches home plate. Pettipies touches home plate, and it's an RBI triple. The Jackfish on top, 3-0. Lazar, not an excellent start for the Hamilton Cardinals tonight, as he's given up 3 runs now. Someone commenting when the anthem will be sung. The anthem's sung before the ball game, as it always is, always before the opening pitch. 3-0 Jackfish. Cardinals trying to do anything, moving the infield in, but they'll need something a little bit more to help Lazar, as the Jackfish have been sending it way over the infield's heads all the way to the wall.
That's his first run batter. Congratulations. The first 2 runs.
So 1 ball. High fly ball, and that will hit the press box. Not sure if you can hear that thud or not, but it is a mighty thud above our heads. 1-1. The infield right on the grass for the Cardinals. This is Griffin Keller. Keller 1 for 1 in the ball game. He has 5 home runs, 13 RBIs. That's all the way to center field. Sac fly for the Jackfish, and that will score another run. The Jackfish now lead the ball game 4-0. So a sac fly off the bat of Griffin Keller. 4-0 Jackfish. Dane Tofflin now. When he gets hot, his bat can really add some damage to this lineup. Was in a little bit of a slump the last couple of games, and it really turned it on in Toronto. Tofflin line drive, and all the pitchers in the bullpen for the Jackfish getting out of the way as that ball had some heat to it, coming right at him. 1 strike, no balls, 2 outs. And it is a 4-0 lead. Here's the pitch from Lazar. Swing and a miss from Tofflin. The off-speed pitch got him. Tofflin this season batting .389. 0-2 though. Lazar set. He grabs his side. Here's the offering on the 0-2. Upstairs, good eye from Tofflin to let that one go by him. Tofflin will be followed tonight by Dadson and then the DH Hildebrand. Jackfish put up 3 so far here in the second after the lone run in the first inning. Ground ball just behind Ricky Piliteri at third. 1-2. 2 out situation. Tofflin settles into the batter's box here. The infield, of course, moving back. No one aboard now. Ground ball to third. He bumbles it, though. Unable to make a play. 1 hop right at his chest. Couldn't get the glove on it in time. And Tofflin's aboard. And that'll keep the inning alive. We'll see if it's a official error recorded by the scorer, Curtis Person.
Brendan.
And it is an error against the third baseman. So Josh Niles is dinged with the error on that play. And now a 2-out situation with Tofflin aboard at first. Here's Dadson. Tofflin running. The throw too high, and Tofflin slides under it, and the Jackfish have another stolen base. The first 10 games, the Jackfish looked flat. We're not showing any sort of life like the 2019 team. No stealing of bases, couldn't hit. The pitching was just not there. And now the next 10 games, they go from 3-7 in the first 10, complete turnaround, 7-3 in the next 10. And they'll look to finish strong in the final 10 remaining games, and they'll start tonight against the Cardinals. 1-1, 2-out situation. Tofflin aboard at second for the Jackfish. Here's the pitch from Lazard. It's upstairs, high inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. These two teams have met quite a bit actually in the last couple of weeks, including a extra inning thriller. High fly ball, right field, deep right field, all the way to the wall. A home run for the Jackfish. It's 6-0, and we talked about that wind. A high fly ball carries to the wall. Goodbye. Jackfish lead 6-0.
Brandon Dotson.
A mound visit coming for the Cardinals. We mentioned they had a righty warming up as Dean Castaldi is going to come out and speak to his pitcher. Dean Castelli, excuse me, not Castaldi. Castelli comes out trying to calm down Lazard. But it's 6-0 Jackfish on a thirsty Thursday from Welland, Ontario. Couldn't ask for a better start from the team from the Rose City. Well, Lazar, we wondered if something was up or if this was scheduled, of course, but the Cardinals pitching staff already up and moving before the first pitch. He's given up 6 runs, the last 2 off a huge 2-run blast from Dadson. So now Matt Hildebrand. That error against the third baseman, Niles, could have been the 3rd out. And that'll come back to haunt him now, as that allowed Tofflin to get aboard. And Tofflin scored, of course, on that home run. And now back-to-back strikes from Lazar. The pep talk so far so good from Castelli. Jackfish, of course, though, we're up 7-0. If you remember just a few weeks ago at Carstar Field in Hamilton. And now 3 straight strikes. And Hildebrandt's retired. Fans booing, but they got a lot of cheer about after that inning. They put up 5. It's 6-0 Jackfish. We'll go to the top of the 3rd when we come back.
Po Folks. I don't know, it's a good song, good vibe, and the crowd's gotta like it. Oh, I forget what it's called, but the fish kiss, 100%. I love seeing fans pretend like they want to kiss that fish. Pre-game meal, probably a burrito or something. Keep it healthy, you know. Jose Altuve. We're the same height. Honestly, the fans. We've only had a few home games, but it's been crazy here. Fans are awesome. They've treated us super well. And then our host family. We've got an amazing host family that treats us super well every day. Yeah, roommates who don't clean up after themselves. Dade's awesome, man. Good roommate. We've been together for a couple months now. You know, he gives me rides, cooks me food. He's basically my dad. Ooh, some Mariah Carey, Nelly Furtado, maybe some Doja Cat. Yeah, you know, everything like that. Eric Marriott, or at least he thinks he is. Go visit the falls and then grab some dinner at Tailgates.
Leading off the 3rd inning for the Cardinals, second baseman number 4, Brandon Nieva.
Well, if you missed the 2nd inning, you missed 5 runs. It's 6-0 for the home side of Welland Jackfish. And the Cardinals, first pitch, a 4-3 ground ball for out number 1.
Shortstop
But
number 50, Tristan
Jake Harford, in his first game for the Jackfish, 2 innings. He's already struck out 5 Hamilton Cardinals in 2 innings of work. And now he's got an out here in the top of the 3rd. So a great start for the new guy of Jake Harford. It's his first day with the Welland Jackfish, a huge addition to the rotation. That fastball misses downstairs. Harford listed at 6'5". So another huge arm with a tall body joining the pitching rotation, of course. Eric Hagedorn, got to be one of the tallest pitchers in the league. I believe listed 6'11". Pitched in Saturday's ball game. Pretty good outing from Hagedorn after not really having any good starts at all in his first couple of outings earlier in the season. So good to see Eric get back on the mound and have a really good outing against the Baycats. 2 balls, 1 strike now. As Harford looking to keep rolling for the Jackfish here in the 3rd. Slid too far inside. And this is the top of the order for Osika. Line drive, that'll go all the way to the wall, but foul. So full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 Harford making his IBL debut, of course. Here's the 3-2. And that'll be high and away. And it'll walk Tristan Osika.
Left fielder Ryan Fremantle.
So after a ground ball from Nieva, Osika's walked. And that's a blemish, probably his only blemish so far after 5 strikeouts through 2 innings. And that'll bring up Ryan Fremantle. Fremantle only 2 for 6. Has yet to drive in a run this season. Also has not hit a home run. He's 2 hits though, 2 for 6. Batting .333. Fremantle with a runner on first. Trying to get the Cardinals back in it. 0-2. He's ahead in the count. 1 out. Runner aboard on first is the leadoff man of Tristan Osika. Grabs his side. He's set. Here's the 0-2. Ground ball. Could be double play material to second. Across the diamond to 1. That's nowhere close in time. But the Jackfish will get the runner at second and keep the Cardinals away from scoring position.
Center fielder Justin Gideon.
So it'll be recorded as a fielder's choice, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. Runner aboard on first now is Fremantle with Justin Gideon at the plate. 2 outs now for the Cardinals here in the top of the 3rd. Gideon, that'll get down for a base hit for sure. All the way to the wall. That could easily score a run. Stop sign put up by the third base coach, and I'm shocked why, as I thought for sure he easily would have made it home. Third base coach being very cautious for the Cardinals as the throw was only getting to the center fielder when he was rounding third. But they keep him at third. It's now 2-out situation, a runner at second and third for the Cardinals. Off a double from Gideon. Gideon, who struck out in his last time at the plate, able to find the answer for Harford and send one all the way to the center field wall. Harford, there's a good pitch sliding back across the plate for a strike. He'll face Lane Renault, who also struck out in his first plate appearance. 0-1, 2 outs. Runners in scoring position for the Cardinals. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he surely did. 0-2. So that pitch definitely slid way outside. He took a kind of a check swing that he tried to take back as he knew he didn't want it. But he went across the plate. 0-2, 2 outs. A strike away from getting out of this jam. Here's Harford. And the offering. Fastball, he got him! And the Jackfish hold the Cardinals to nothing They leave 2 on the bases once again. It's 6-0 Welland. We'll go to the bottom of the third when we come back.
Cole Lorkin.
So bottom of the third we go. The Cardinals leave a runner on third and a runner on second in that top of the third inning. And the runner on third everyone thought was easily going to score. High fly ball, first pitch. That's going all the way to the warning track. It looks like just in front. And it's a high fly ball that Workin swings at, but it is caught for out number 1.
Your left fielder, number 11, Tony Kwan.
So Tony Kwan will step in the batter's box. His last time at the plate, he struck out, giving Lazar his first strikeout and K of the ball game. And he elects to let that one go by him high for ball number 1. Radio man Elliot Price still in disbelief that run did not score, as he actually recorded it on his scorebook as a scored run for the Cardinals. Looked up and couldn't believe the base runner was still on third. So they'll have to watch the tape back and see where the actual throw was coming from. Inside, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Jackfish have that 6-0 cushion here in the third. Another full house at the pond. School of Fish keeps growing. Two and 2. 1 out. The Jackfish, of course, setting that attendance record. To look at a break at game after game. Ground ball stays fair. Across the diamond, it'll be a good throw. Kwan not on his horse, and he is retired on the throw from the third baseman, Josh Niles.
Center fielder, number
So
9,
Kwan is now 0 for 2 in the ball game.
Marriott.
Eric Marriott, though, he steps in 1 for 1, has 7 RBIs this season. Marriott batting .275 this season. So 2 outs for the Jackfish. Nobody aboard here as we're moving quickly through this third inning. That's high inside. Nearly clipping the hands of the batter. And it is Eric Marriott. High fly ball on the lefty-on-lefty battle. Niles calling for it. He makes the catch. And we've played 3 complete. Brendan Lang will take you through the middle innings for 5-6. You're watching Welland Jackfish baseball. We lead by 6, and we'll go to the 4th when we come back.
The third baseman, Josh Niles, steps into the box, and he swings and misses at the first pitch for a strike. The count is 0-1. Brendan Lang here on the mic to take you through the middle innings. Harford on the mound making his Inter-County Baseball League debut today as that pitch drifts outside. Harford, the 27-year-old right-hander from Silver Creek, New York, went to Fredonia State University. The pitch, that ball's topped on the ground, foul past the third base coach. The count is 1-2. Niles struck out looking his first time up. That is one of 6 strikeouts so far for the starting pitcher, Harford. He's set at the belt, winds and fires. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Strike 3, his 7th strikeout of the ball game. So the third baseman, Niles, goes down swinging there. He's got 2 strikeouts today, 1 looking and 1 swinging, 1 gone, as the catcher, Ryan Burnside, steps up to the plate. Harford has also pitched in independent ball, pitched for 2 years in a couple different leagues, had different numbers from the 2. One year he had a very good ERA, the next year not so good, but he's pitching well for the Jackfish in his debut. The 1-0. Fouled straight back, strike 1. He's on that fastball. Burnside had a hit his first time up back in the second inning. That was a double into right field, a ball that Nicholson had some trouble with out there that allowed him to get into second base. 1-1 fouled away. That ball's over the press box. Counts 1-2. As Harford is ahead a hitter once again. That's something he's been doing effectively all night. And something with Harford in his delivery, he's so slow to the plate, it's almost like it lulls the batter to sleep. And then he comes with a high velocity fastball, and they haven't been able to catch up as that ball drifts outside. It's 2-2. After Burnside is the first baseman, Procopio, and if anybody gets on Veilleux, the designated hitter will stand in. 6-0 Jackfish as we play in the top of the 4th. The 2-2 high and possibly inside as well. Counts 3-2. And this is the first full count we've seen Harford get into today. He's got a sign from the catcher, Warkin. Here comes the full count pitch. This ball slapped down the line, but it's going to get out of play. Foul onto the left field berm. And Burnside still in the batter's box. He'll see another 3-2 pitch with 1 out. Here comes another full count pitch. Hit in the air. Tofflin, the third baseman, is going to move over into foul ground, checking the wall, and he makes the play. A good job by the third baseman, Tofflin, going over near the wall down there in foul territory. Kept checking to see how far away he was from the fence, and he looked up and he made a nice grab. And there's 2 outs. As the first baseman, Chris Procopio, stands in. He also struck out in his first time up. That one was also looking. One of 2 strikeout lookings back in the second inning for the Cardinals. The first pitch to the first baseman is outside for a ball. Warkin was set up on the inside part of the plate. That ball was thrown way on the outside. He had to stretch for it, and he made a nice grab. And the count's 1-0. That ball hit up the middle. Harford can't get a glove on it. Petepee slides, picks it up, throw onto first, and it is not in time. As you had to figure, once that ball got past the pitcher, the middle infielders really had no chance on that one. Petepee did make a nice sliding grab. Got up, made a strong throw, but it just wasn't in time. As Procopio beat it out down the line. Now here comes the designated hitter, Jeremy Veilleux. Pettipies has played very strong defense all year since he came on board with the Fish, and almost made another great play there as the right-handed designated hitter flew out to center field his first time up. That pitch is outside as Procopio gets his lead off of first base. 1-0 pitch, fouled away. Ball got in on the hands of the hitter, Veilleux. Veilleux doing designated hitter duties tonight. He also catches quite a bit for this team in Hamilton. The last time they were here, he was behind the plate. 2 outs. The count is 1-1. The Jackfish lead 6-0 as we play in the fourth. A beautiful breaking ball in there for a strike. Started that at the hip of Veilleux and broke it back over the plate. He's ahead now. It's 1-2. Here comes a 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss on another breaking ball. Down on strikes is Veilleux. That's the 8th punch out of the ball game. As we go to the bottom of the fourth, Jackfish lead it 6-0.
Folks, I don't know, it's a good song, good vibe, and crowd's gotta like it. Oh, I forget what it's called, but the fish kiss, 100%. I love seeing fans pretend like they want to kiss that fish. Pre-game meal, probably a burrito or something. Keep it healthy, you know. Jose Altuve, we're the same height. Honestly, the fans. We've only had a few home games, but it's been crazy here. Fans are awesome. They've treated us super well. And then our host family. We've got an amazing host family that treats us super well every day. Yeah, roommates who don't clean up after themselves. Dade's awesome, man. Good roommate. We've been together for a couple months now. You know, he gives me rides, cooks me food. He's basically my dad. Ooh, some Mariah Carey, Nelly Furtado, maybe some Doja Cat. Yeah, you know, everything like that. Eric Marriott, or at least he thinks he is. Go visit the falls and then grab some dinner at Tailgates.
Welcome back to Welland Stadium as we move to the bottom of the fourth inning. Taking a look at the schedule coming up for the Jackfish. They don't play tomorrow or Saturday. Their next game is on Sunday, and they go to Hamilton. That's a home-and-home series. And then they'll play another home-and-home Wednesday in Brantford, and then back at the Pond Thursday against those same Red Sox. Chris Lazar still on the mound as he falls behind the number 9 hitter and second baseman Nolan Pettipies. And he's behind 2-0. Lazar hasn't had a great outing today. As Spencer Tanguay mentioned many times, he has good numbers for the season as he bends in a curveball for a strike. But early on, you could tell he didn't have his best stuff as the first 2 pitches were lined into the outfield for base hits. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Hit in the air into center field, backing up to the center fielder Gideon, still on the run, and he makes a running catch. Looked like he might have juggled it out there a little bit, but he held on, and Pettipies flies out to center for the first out of the inning. We go back to the top of the order now as Brendan Nicholson comes up to the plate. He's 2 for 2 so far. He has a single. That was the first pitch of the ball game he ripped into left field. He also has a triple that scored 2 runs back in the second inning as here comes the first pitch from Lazar way outside for a ball. Nicholson has been very good since coming over to the Jackfish, really cemented his spot in the lineup as that leadoff hitter. As he cracks one in the air into left field, backing up is Fremantle, still on the run, he reaches and he can't make the play. Nicholson around first, he's on his way to second, he'll pull up there. As the ball comes in quickly, Brandon Nicholson on once again, he's got a double. As he drove that ball into left field over the outfielder's head, Fremantle. And there's a runner in scoring position with one out as the first baseman, Griffin Keller, steps up to the plate. Looking back in my scorebook, Nicholson is now a home run shy of the cycle. Had a single in the first inning, a triple in the second inning, and now he's got a double here in the fourth. Keller up to the plate. He is fouled a ball. Runner was going in Nicholson from second base, but the ball was hit foul. Keller has a sacrifice fly in this game, also a single, so that'll go down as 1-for-1. But back to Lazar. Good numbers on this year. Last year he had a 2.21 ERA, one of the best in the IBL. So this kind of outing, of course, not expected from a guy like this as he bluffs a move back to second. Lazar's got the sign. A lefty-on-lefty matchup in first baseman Keller. The pitch over the outside corner as Keith McConkey calls it strike two. Counts 0-2. It's very important for the Jackfish to keep adding on in this one. As you know, these games in the IBL can change in a heartbeat. Dancing off a second is Nicholson. The 0-2 pitch is fouled straight back. Count will stay 0-2. After Keller, Dane Tofflin stands on deck. And Brendan Dadson after him. He's got a home run tonight.
Go ahead, Spencer's up here freaking. What do you think you can figure me out?
Runner dancing off second. Once again, he's going to bluff a move back there. As Nicholson really in the head of Lazar. He keeps lifting his leg and putting that inside move on, but he's not throwing back as the shortstop isn't back on the bag. We'll see if they put on a little daylight play here. Behind the runner at second, they won't. Here comes the pitch, and it's shot up the middle for a base hit. Keller on at first. Around third is Nicholson, and the ball gets away from the center fielder. Keller gets into second base. Nicholson scores on the play. As that run was going to score anyways, but Keller will be credited for a single and an error on the center fielder. Gideon will move him into second base. So Nicholson comes in to score. From second base, that ball was not hit sharply. But sometimes that plays in your favor because that ball was not hit hard. It did not get on the center fielder Gideon quickly, and Nicholson had a lot of time to come around third base and score. Tofflin in the box now. Pitch down low for a ball. The Jackfish lead at 7-0 as we play in the bottom of the fourth. Tofflin is 0 for 2 so far, but he has reached on an error by the third baseman, Josh Niles. And of course, that error proved to be a costly one as Tofflin got on base right in front of the home run from Dadson. As the runner's off for third, the throw in there, scoop at third base, and he's safe. It looked like the throw beat Keller into third base. The tag was applied quickly, but third base umpire Alan Ward says no dice. And it's safe as now the third baseman Niles really animated, arguing with the third base umpire as the shortstop Tristan Osika has to come over and contain him, as now the manager of the Baycats is out of the dugout and he will go talk to the third base umpire, as that's Dean Castelli out there. The play was close at third base, no doubt. It was not a great throw from the catcher Burnside, but a good scoop at third base by Niles, and a quick tag was applied. And it was close, and it did look like from up here he was thrown out, but play will continue.
Everybody clap your hands.
As Castelli's going back to the dugout, the players are assuming their position once again. So now there's a runner at third base. Credit that a stolen base for Griffin Keller. Tofflin looking for an RBI with one out. That ball's inside for a ball. Now, of course, with a runner at third base, so many more possibilities of ways that he can score. Then when he's on second base, of course, you got the pass ball, wild pitch, sacrifice fly, and with the infield back, a ground ball will put a run in. As Tofflin does hit it on the ground, but it's foul past third base coach Rick Piliteri. For Griffin Keller, that is his second stolen base on the season. Not a guy known for his speed. But he got into third base, his first stolen base of third this year. 2-2 pitch to Tofflin. Hit in the air, on a line into left field for a base hit. Keller in to score. Tofflin on his way around first. He'll get into second standing up. And a double for Tofflin drives in another one. It is 8-0. First hit on the day for Tofflin. And it's a double. Dean Castelli out of the dugout, and that looks to be all for his starting pitcher today. Or they just have a mound visit as the bullpen is just springing into action down the first base line. So no change yet. I jumped the gun there. As the bullpen's just getting up. So this mound visit more to go over a game plan and to buy some time for the reliever down there in the bullpen, as we'll try to figure out who that is as quickly as we can. Now on that double from Tofflin, if Keller was still standing at second base, he would have scored easily. So the stolen base doesn't come into factor too much. But it is 8-0, and Brendan Dadson, the shortstop, steps into the box. He homered his last time up in the second inning. As that ball didn't look like it was going to get out off the bat, but we've seen all day here at the stadium, especially during batting practice, balls really carrying out to that right center field gap, and that one was no different. And Tofflin on his way to third base. The throw from Burnside, it is not in time. Once again, another stolen base. Tofflin's into third. Tofflin leads the team in stolen bases. He leads the team in many things. That's just one of them. That's his 12th stolen base on the year. 13th, excuse me, as he stole one earlier in the ballgame as well. Pitch outside to Dadson. The count's 1-1. Tofflin 13 for 13. Stolen base attempts. Pitch to Dadson, slashed in the air, but it's going to go foul down the left field line. 2 strikes now on the hitter Dadson. Still only 1 out. We play in the bottom of the 4th inning. Tofflin at third base, getting his lead. Again, the infield will play back. Of course, you're just trying to get outs at this point. Pitch to Dadson, swing and a miss as that busted him inside. And Lazar sets him down on strikes. His 3rd strikeout of the ballgame. And with pitchers like this that don't have a lot of velocity, they really rely on location and the ability to mix speeds with different types of pitches. And you saw that right there. Dadson was late on a fastball because he was probably looking for a different off-speed pitch. DH Hildebrand comes to the plate as he breaks his bat, and this ball's hit up the middle. Nieva picks it up, throw over to first, and it won't get him as the ball gets away. Tofflin scores from third. Hildebrand on at first base. That'll likely go down as an infield single. The throw was not crisp, but it would have been difficult to get him anyways. And it's 9-0 Jackfish as the bullpen continues to throw down there for the Cardinals.
Number 34, Cole Warkin.
The catcher, Cole Warkin, steps up to the plate. He's flown out twice today, once into right field, once into left field. Pitch over the plate for a strike. Warkin, one of the big heroes in the game on Sunday against Toronto, going 3 for 3 with a home run. He had 5 RBIs in the game as well. As he checks his swing, they'll check at first base, and the first base umpire, Ben Mercier, says no. The count's 1-1. Warkin has been a huge addition to this ball club on the offensive side and on the defensive side, as we've seen. He's got a great arm back there, calls a good game, and his ability to block balls in the dirt is top-notch as well. As he checks his swing once again. It's a ball, and the count is 2-1. The runner at first base is the designated hitter, Hildebrand. The 2-1 pitch slashed in the air into left field. It's going to get down fair. Hildebrand around second. He's on his way to third. Fremantle hustles the ball back in. Warkin pulls into second with a stand-up double. And the beat goes on for the Jackfish. Warkin hit a missile down the line, and we didn't know if it was going to stay fair, but it dropped just inside the line. And Warkin pulls into second base. Hildebrand moves to third. Now 2 runners in scoring position for the pinch hitter, Dennis Day-Banning. He'll bat for the left fielder, Tony Kwan. Kwan got the start in left field today, as he was kind of in and out of the lineup. He seemed to have cemented his role early on in the year, playing first base, but then an injury kind of set him back. That ball is inside to the pinch hitter, Day-Banning. Then once his injury was done, he couldn't find a spot back in the lineup. He was in there in left field today. He's played a few games since returning. Fouled straight back. Day-Banning's right on that fastball. For Warkin, that's his first hit of the ball game. He is 1 for 3. A 1-1 pitch to the pinch hitter, Day-Banning, as he hits a ball once again foul. That ball get out of play.
Send them home. Just send them home.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the offering from Lazar. Over the inside corner for strike 3. Day-Banning bent out of the way of it. But the home plate umpire, Keith McConkey, still calls strike 3. But the Jackfish do score a few more as we go to the top of the 5th.
All right, Jackfish fans.
Home, a place where I can go to take this off my shoulders. Someone take me home. Home, a place where I can go to take this off my shoulders. Someone take me home.
It's been a long time coming.
Someone take me home. Oh, 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 oh.
I'm Eric Marriott, center fielder. Desperado by Rihanna kind of just gets me in that zone, gets me ready to hit. It's special. It's nice to look into the crowd and see people that are close to you, your family and your friends, and cheering for you and your hometown team. What is a jackfish?
Yeah, what is it?
Oh boy, I think it's some sort of pike or fish of some sort. Favorite dessert would be cheesecake. Old-fashioned plain donut and medium double-double. Dane Tofflin. Greg Marco. I would say Labatt Park in London. Being New England champs for school my junior year at Mitchell College. White on white, baby. Hardball, RIP, G baby. White. Aruba.
Back at the pond, we move to the top of the 5th inning. And the Jackfish putting on a great offensive display.
Leading off the 5th inning.
As they scored twice back in that last inning. 3 times, excuse me. And the score is 9-0. Leading off this half inning for Hamilton is the second baseman Nieva as he takes a ball low. It's 1-0. Looked like a good pitch. Must have been just below the knees. After Nieva, they go back to the top of the order and Tristan Osika. Ryan Fremantle will also hit in this inning. Here comes the pitch from Hartford. Ball outside. It's 2-0. Hartford continues to work here in the 5th inning of his IBL debut, shutting out the Cardinals. The 2-0 pitch from him. Outside once again, it's 3-0. And this is a crucial game for the IBL standings as Hamilton sits just a half game back of the Jackfish coming into play tonight. So a win today would put the Jackfish up a game and a half. The 3-0 pitch poured in for a strike. He's back in the count, it's 3-1. And as Spencer was saying earlier on, the standings are jam-packed in the middle. That one's over the outside corner. It's strike 2 and the count runs full. There's one other game on the docket tonight in the IBL as the Kitchener Panthers take on the Brantford Red Sox. Here comes a 3-2 pitch, hit on the ground to the third baseman, Tofflin, big hop. He's got it, throw across the diamond in time. And there's one away. That ball kind of kicked up on the third baseman, Tofflin, but he made an easy play. Ball's outside. The count's 1-0 to Tristan Osika, the shortstop. One gone. That ball's hit over the shortstop's head into left field. A base hit. Dave Banning picks it up. He'll get it back in. Tristan Osika on.
Left fielder Ryan Fremantle.
His second hit of the night. He's been on base all 3 times. He also walked back in the 3rd inning. Kitchener and Brantford playing, as I mentioned a little bit earlier. Kitchener leading the Red Sox 8-4 in that one. They play in the bottom of the 4th. Ball's hit in the air into left field once again. That ball's going to get down fair. Dave Banning's going to chase it. The runner around second on his way to third. He stops there. And a double for Fremantle.
Center fielder
Now
Justin
2 runners
Gideon.
in scoring position for the center fielder, Justin Gideon. Once again, the runner doesn't score, but In a game like this, you need base runners, so that's what the third base coach is thinking right there. Hold that runner up, especially with the middle of your order due up with Justin Gideon stepping to the plate now. After him is the right fielder, Lane Renault. Comes the pitch, just outside. A pitch that looked like had been called a strike quite a bit early on, but that one's left for a ball. The center fielder, Gideon, has struck out. He also had a single, or a double into right field. Counts 2-0. The Jackfish lead 9-0 on one of their bigger offensive outputs on the season. The pitch hit in the air into right field. Coming on is Nicholson. He can't make the play as it bounces in front of him. He gets the ball in quickly. No throws. 1 run will score. It's 9-1. The runner from third, Osika, scores. And Fremantle goes to third on that single. You saw the right fielder, Nicholson, trying to decoy the runners out there by putting his glove up like he was going to be able to make a play. But the ball dropped in front of him quite easily. Here is Lane Renault, the right fielder. As he hits a ball high in the infield. The shortstop, Dadson, calling for it, now backing up. He makes the play. And there's 2 outs on that infield fly.
Third baseman Josh Niles.
So 1 pitch, 1 big out there.
So Renault pops up. As now, here comes Josh Niles, the third baseman. Trying to avoid the hat trick here. As he struck out looking and swinging. As he swings and misses at the first pitch. Counts quickly 0-1. Looking in for the sign is the starter, Harford. He's got it now. Runner goes for second, but the ball's fouled away, so he's got to go back. That was Gideon running from first to second. And in a game like this, you wouldn't expect the Jackfish to throw through. You'd think they'd let him take the base as they lead 8 runs in the 5th. Niles at the plate, playing third base today, hitting .220 for the season as he swings and fouls another one away. Counts 0-2. He's got 16 RBIs, however. So a guy that's not having a great offensive year has been able to come up clutch for the Cardinals. Runners at first and third. The runner at first is Gideon. The runner at third is Fremantle. Pitch just off the outside edge. The crowd here in Welland wanted that one, but they won't get it. And the count's 1-2. Niles ready in the box. Here comes another 2-strike pitch. A swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch, and Niles is set down for a 3rd time today. So the Cardinals do score 1, but it barely puts a dent into the big lead from the Fish. We go to the bottom of the 5th here at Welland Stadium.
Favorite pregame meals, probably Tim Hortons donut, a couple apple fritters, and a coffee. I'm good to go. 23, I don't really have a reason. Kind of just had some of my best games wearing number 23, so I kind of stuck with it. And obviously Michael Jordan too, I guess. But my walk-up song is Facts by Kevin Gates. I'm just a big Kevin Gates fan, so it was an easy choice for me. If we're going out, myself. Maybe Toronto, just because it's a small park and infield flies almost a home run, so. Oof. Shutter Island. Can be like about my host family too. Yeah, I'd probably say my host family. They've been a great fit and they've been great to not only to myself but to Eric as well. Well, he eats a lot like me too, so I don't feel bad about the grocery bill. Call of Duty, working out, and that's about it. Maybe some golf if there's some nice weather. Oh, nothing to brag about. Championship, MVP.
Home, a place where I can go to take this off my shoulders. Someone take me home. Home, a place where I can go to take this off my shoulders. Someone take me home.
It's been a long time coming.
Someone take me home. Oh, 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 oh.
For Welland.
The center fielder, Eric Marriott, will step up to the plate as we start here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Just a reminder that you can bring a group to Welland games here at the pond. Join us on the dock, and you can buy group tickets. Just go to wellandjackfish.com to purchase and for more information. Marriott takes one over for a strike. Counts quickly 0-1. Marriott 1 for 2 on the day as he swings and misses at a ball in the dirt. Good pitch from the starter who's still out there. As this seems like a time where the Cardinals manager's just asking the pitcher to eat some innings. An 0-2 pitch to Marriott. He hits it back up the middle. It's into center field. He checks in at first base. Another hit for the Jackfish as we go now to the number 9 hitter, Nolan Pettipies.
Your second baseman, number 4, Nolan Pettipies.
Nolan Pettipies steps up to the dish. He is 1 for 2 as well. He got on a hit into right field. He also flew out to the center fielder. Runner at first base is Marriott as he just got a single up the middle. Now Pettipies drives the ball in the air. Foul territory. Third baseman Niles on the run, and he can't make the play. Niles had a long way to go for that one, and he almost got there. But he just couldn't stretch out far enough to make the catch. And the count is just 0-1 as that's a strike to Pettipies. Pettipies back in the lineup today playing second base. He had a couple consecutive starts there at second. Then he had a few days off when the new player Mike Wagner came into town. Pettipies has also played a little bit of the outfield since Wagner has joined the Jackfish. Throw over to first, back easily is Marriott. But with Wagner not able to be here tonight and not in the starting lineup, Pettipies moves back over to second base, and he's done a good job so far at the dish and on defense. The 0-1 pitch to him. He swings and misses at an outside pitch. And it counts 0-2. After Pettipies, they go back to the top of the order in right fielder Nicholson. Then Griffin Keller follows him. Throw over to first base once again. The count's still 0-2. That move right there, especially for a lefty, does not look to be the A move that Lazar has. He's just throwing over there just to check on the runner. As Marriott's got a pretty sizable lead out there, and he keeps moving towards as that pitch is outside for a ball. He tried a breaking ball, but he missed. Over there at first base, Marriott, he keeps faking like he's going to go, but when the pitcher Lazar lifts his leg, he starts back to first base, so you know he really doesn't have a great read, but now he's off on first movement. The throw into second base, it is not in time as the throw skipped in there. Good pick and tag by the second baseman, Nieva. But Marriott steals it, his 10th stolen base on the year. And the Jackfish are running wild. Have had no runners thrown out yet. Now Pettipies has got a man in scoring position as he tries to drive him in. That pitch is outside. The count goes full. It's 3-2. Marriott really getting in the head of Lazar. He actually did that last time he was on base as well. The full count pitch to Pettipies. Swings and misses. He strikes out. And there's one out, as Lazar's got his 5th on the evening. We go back to the top of the order now as the right fielder Brandon Nicholson will come to the plate. A home run shy of the cycle.
Brandon Nicholson.
He has a triple, a double, and a single tonight. Looking for that elusive home run as that ball hits him in the leg as he's going to get to first base. Marriott's going to stay put at second. As they might want to pitch around him anyways in that situation, but they hit him, and the runner gets on.
First baseman, number 24, Griffin Keller.
Now here comes the first baseman, Griffin Keller. He has 2 hits, 2 singles, and a double as he cranks one in the air into right field. That ball's going to hang up for the right fielder, Renault. He comes in a few steps, tagging from second is Marriott, but he's going to try to get back now, and he's safe. Once again, an infielder for the Cardinals not happy with the call. So that was the shortstop, Tristan Osika, who tagged the runner at second. Was close, but it did look like Marriott got his hand in there, as the tag came behind him on the leg.
Your third baseman, number 23.
And the runners stay put at first and second. Dane Toughlin, the third baseman, steps up. He had a double in his last at-bat. He's on base twice today. He also reached on an error. Breaking ball, perfect pitch over the outside corner. A beautiful breaker from Lazar. 9-1 as we play in the bottom of the 5th. Jackfish have been on fire offensively today. Comes the 0-1, hit back up the middle. Marriott around third, he's being waved home. Here he comes for the plate, there will be no throw. And Dane Toughlin's got a single, an RBI, and the Jackfish restore that 9-run lead. It's 10-1. The second hit of the game for Toughlin. He's been on base 3 times. As Marriott came in to score, Nicholson, who was hit by a pitch, goes first to third. Once again, that ball was not hit too hard, but just enough to get into the outfield, and a big 2-out RBI for the Jackfish's. Runners are at the corner now. Nicholson at third, Toughlin at first. He takes his lead, running again, the throw into second, and he is out. Toughlin thrown out for the first time this year. Now, he doesn't like the call, but it won't matter too much anyways, as the Jackfish do lead by 9. We go to the top of the 6th.
All right, fans, Griffin.
Take this off my shoulders. Someone take me home. Home, a place where I can go to take this off my shoulders. Someone take me home.
It's been a long time coming.
Someone take me home.
I'm Eric Marriott, center fielder. Desperado by Rihanna kind of just gets me in that zone, gets me ready to hit. It's special. It's nice to look into the crowd and see people that are close to you, your family and your friends, and cheering for you and your hometown team. What is a jackfish?
Yeah, what is it?
Oh boy, I think it's some sort of pike or fish of some sort. Favorite dessert would be cheesecake. Old-fashioned plain donut and medium double-double. Dane Tofflin. Greg Marco. I would say Labatt Park in London. Being New England champs for school my junior year at Mitchell College. White on white, baby. Hardball, RIP, G baby. White. Aruba.
Ryan Burnside steps up to the plate to start off the 6th inning. As the starter, Harford is still out there, pitching in his Jackfish debut, only given up 1 run so far. He's pitched through 5 innings, and nobody is loosening up in the Jackfish bullpen. So he's ready to go as that ball's topped on the ground to the first baseman, Keller. Tough hop, but he knocks it down. He'll take it to the bag himself. A quick out number 1 as he got his man to roll over on the first pitch of the 6th.
First baseman Chris.
That'll go down as 3 unassisted. As you're taught over there at first base from a young age, you just got to knock it down. And that's what he did, and he still made an easy play, taking the ball to first base. Now here's the first baseman, Chris Procopio. The first pitch to him, hit on the ground to second base, a slow roller, but picked up by Pettipies. Throw over to first. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Here's the designated hitter, Jeremy Veilleux.
The DH, Jeremy Veilleux.
Hitting .259 on the season. He's played 12 games for the Cardinals. He's got 7 RBIs to go along with that. No home runs. So a guy that doesn't have a ton of power as he bats in the 8th spot today. First pitch to him over the outside corner. Great pitch from Harford, and counts 0-1. Harford continues to work quickly. That's been his MO today. He gets the ball. He's ready to go again. Here comes the 0-1. Breaking ball down low. It's 1-1. Harford pitches from the stretch. A lot of the times you see starting pitchers work out of the full windup and relievers work out of the stretch. But the starter today is not going from the windup. The 1-1 from him. High and outside. It's a ball. 2-1. And he's got a bit of a different delivery as he picks that leg up and slowly puts it back down before coming to the plate, and he's got some high velocity on his fastball. The 2-1, high again. It's 3-1 as Veilleux's way ahead in the count. A great combination of offense, pitching, and defense for the Jackfish today as they put up 10 runs and only allowed 1 through 5 2/3. Here comes the 3-1 pitch to the DH. He shoots that ball foul into the stands. That was a screamer into the seats. And it hit a fence down there that blocks that berm as that ball would have went shooting over there. So everybody's safe down the line. The full count pitch from Harford. Here it comes. Hit on the ground to the first baseman, Keller. Tough hop. He picks it up. Throw on to first. And they got him. A slow call from first base umpire Van Mercier, but he does call him out, and a quick 3 up, 3 down inning from Harford. We go to the bottom of the 6th.
hope, folks. I don't know, it's a good song, good vibe, and crowd's gotta like it. Oh, I forget what it's called, but the fish kiss, 100%. I love seeing fans pretend like they want to kiss that fish. Pre-game meal, probably a burrito or something. Keep it healthy, you know. Jose Altuve. We're the same height. Honestly, the fans. We've only had a few home games, but it's been crazy here. Fans are awesome. They've treated us super well. And then our host family. We've got an amazing host family that treats us super well every day. Yeah.
Brendan Dadson leads off the inning as a new pitcher is into the ball game. For the Cardinals, it is right-hander Jacob Gajic from Hamilton, Ontario, so playing for his hometown team. The first pitch out of the bullpen is over for a strike. Counts 0-1 on the four-hole hitter Dadson. Dadson was standing at the plate when Dane Tofflin was thrown out stealing last inning. So he leads off this one. The 0-1 pitch, outside, it's a ball. On the year, Gajic has appeared in 8 games, all out of the bullpen. Put up some good numbers. He has a 2.45 ERA with 19 strikeouts. So a big arm from the right-hander. Check swing from Dadson. Did he go? Yes, he did, says third base umpire Alan Ward. He's pitched 14 2/3 innings over those 8 games, so not a guy that can only go 1 inning. He can definitely pitch multiple innings. Pitch down and inside. It's a ball. It's 2-0. 2-2, excuse me. After Dadson, Matt Hildebrandt comes to the plate. Then it's the catcher Cole Warkin. If anybody gets on Dennis Day-Banning, who pinch hit back in the 4th inning. He'll get his second at-bat as that ball's just outside. It's a ball. The count's full at 3-2. So that closes the book on the starter, Lazar. He goes 5 innings in what is for sure his worst outing of the year. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss from Dadson. The catcher picks it up, throws over to third base. Now to start the around the horn, there's 1 out. As Dadson strikes out for a second time today. Here comes the designated hitter, Hildebrandt.
Designated hitter number 39, Matt.
Now that start from Lazar will definitely put a dent in his shiny 2.91 ERA. As he gave up 10 runs in 5 innings. Didn't seem to have much working for him today. 1 out, Hildebrandt at the dish, and that ball's high. It's 1-0. Gajic pitching in his first year in the IBL, and his first year, of course, with the Hamilton Cardinals. The 1-0 pitch to Hildebrandt. Hit in the air into right field. That ball's in the gap, and it's going to get down. Hildebrandt around first. He's on his way to second. Giddy, and the center fielder digs it out. Now he fumbles it, but he gets it back in, as Hildebrandt was never going more than 2 there. And he pulls into second with a stand-up double. And here comes the catcher, Cole Warkin.
Your catcher, number 34, Cole Warkin.
The second hit of the game for Hildebrandt. He also had a hit back in the 4th inning. That was an infield single. A slowly hit ball to the second baseman that they couldn't make a play on. So put that down. He's got a single, now a double. Warkin comes up, hit a double into left field his last time through. Lead at second base from Hildebrandt over the outside corner. There is some movement in the Jackfish bullpen, but I would not think the starter, Harford, is out of the game just yet, as I think that's Brett Lawson throwing down there. That's my guess, but we'll have to find out for you. Here comes the pitch. Fouled out of play.
Good job on the youngster from Jordan, Ontario in attendance tonight.
Counts 1-2 as Warkin fouled that one away. There's 1 out, 10-1 our score in the bottom of the 6th. Here comes a 2-strike offering. Just high at the letters. And it's a ball that counts 2-2. Larkin looking for his second hit of the game. He is 1 for 3 at this point. Here comes a 2-2 pitch inside as the pitcher there missed all the way across the plate. As we're now getting word on the mound, it is Ryan Clark. That was a mistake on our part early on here. As we said, Jacob Gadzik was on the mound. It is Ryan Clark. That ball's hit on the ground to the third baseman, Niles. He picks it up, throw over to first base in time, and there's 2 outs.
Left fielder number 6, Dennis Day Banning.
Ryan Clark playing in his first game here for the Cardinals. He's listed as an infielder on the roster from Pickering, Ontario. Hildebrandt, the runner at second base. Here's Dennis Day Banning. He swings and misses at the first pitch from Clark. Hildebrandt's going to try to move up, and he will as that ball got past the catcher, Burnside. Now a runner at third base for Dennis Day Banning as he gets his second at-bat today. He struck out in his first at-bat. That was pinch hitting for left fielder Tony Kwan in the 4th inning. The 0-1 pitch. Here it comes to Day Banning. In on his hands, out to second base. Nieva picks it up. Throw over to first in time, and the Jackfish are retired. They do lead 10-1 as we finish the bottom of the 6th. We move to the top of the 7th. Spencer Tangway will be back on the mic to take you the rest of the way.
Second baseman, Brandon Nieva.
So welcome back to the pond. The Jackfish have a pretty commanding lead here against the Hamilton Cardinals. As here we go to the top of the 7th inning. It's a 10-1 Jackfish lead as the Cardinals try to claw away and get back in this ball game. They did so at home, and they were able to take it in extra innings. They'll have a little bit more work to do here on a thirsty Thursday at the pond. Jackfish falling behind in the count 2-0 as Hartford continues the work. Brennan Legg confirming who's warming up in the Jackfish bullpen. And I believe it's Brett Lawson, the righty, and Eric Hagedorn. As he's fouled it back into the screen, the count now 2-1. Ryan Clark came into the ball game in relief of the starter Chris Lazar for the Hamilton Cardinals. Clark threw only 10 pitches into the 6th, and now Jackfish 2-2 on the count as they even up the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Hagedorn and Lawson both warming up in the bullpen for the Jackfish as Hartford continues the work here into the 7th. Swing and a miss, and Chuck, another strike up on the board for Hartford. Number 41 just dialing in. A lot of Ks on the board tonight for the Jackfish.
Shortstop, Tristan Osika.
So Nieva strikes out. It's his first strikeout of the ball game. 1 out situation. Nobody aboard. They go to the back of the top of the order for Tristan Osika. Big special happy birthday. Nick Bisser in attendance from the 6, but also has basically moved to Welland, Ontario for the past couple of years. Played junior hockey here in Welland. A junior Canadian. His father from Toronto wants to wish him a happy birthday. Nick in attendance. His father watching from the 6 back home. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 10-1 Jackfish. Here in the 21st ball game of the season for Welland. Starting the final 10. The push for the playoffs, of course. Jackfish started the season 3-7. But then flipped the switch and went 7-3 after that embarrassing road loss in Kitchener. Fouled it back, and that'll go towards the Jackfish dugout. 1-2 the count to the leadoff man, Tristan Osika. He's got 1 out with Ryan Fremantle on deck for the Cardinals. 1-2, 1 gone. Hartford ready. Time is called, though, from the batter of Tristan Osika. Osika's had a really good night. Hit a single. He's walked 2 singles, actually, and scored the only run for the Cardinals. A single in the 1st, a single in the 5th, and walked into the 3rd inning. So 2-2 as that pitch misses away. Two and two, 1 away. Fastball, foul off his ankle, and he knew right away as he is in a lot of pain. Osika, even his hand, shaking off that fastball from Hartford. What a day for Hartford, though. Makes his Jackfish debut. Gets across the border just a few minutes past 6 o'clock. Gets to the ballpark and jumps right on the mound into work. Had 5 strikeouts through the first 2 innings. A Jackfish record to get 5. Gave everyone free chicken wings before the end of the 2nd inning. Made everybody happy, and then they were able to score 10 to really put the exclamation point on this one here in the 7th. Looked good. Worked couldn't frame it any better, but Keith McConkey says no, and he starts to hear the boos once again. 3-2. So now the signing and payoff pitch on the 3-2. Check swing, did he go? No, he did not. And he will walk for the 2nd time tonight. And once again, 4th straight time, Osika is aboard. So this is Ryan Fremantle. He had a double his last time at bat. So a 1-out situation for Fremantle. Fremantle 2 for 6 to the ball game. He's 1 for 3 today, though. He's yet to drive in a run. Batting .333, but as mentioned, had a beautiful hit. A double his last time up in the 5th. Race for it. Little shuffle pass. Trying to pick that up on the move was Hartford, and he's able to grab it and win the race for out number 2. So Osika moves to 2nd base, but Fremantle is retired on the good speed and pass from the pitcher for the Jackfish tonight, Jake Hartford. 2 outs now, runner in scoring position for the Cardinals. Cardinals haven't been able to get much going at all in this ball game. Started off early when the Jackfish made it 1-0 just off the 2nd pitch. So now here's the 1-0. There's a shot that'll get into the gap. That'll score a run for the Cardinals. So an RBI double slides in. Not really close. He's safe at 2nd. So it makes it a 10-2 ball game, and the Cardinals have a little bit of life here in the 7th. So 10-2. Osika comes around to score from second. It's an RBI double for Justin Gideon. And now Lane Renault. Gideon's aboard his third time tonight. A double and a single. Struck out, though, in the first inning. As Gideon's 2 for 3. And will now be 3 for 4 after that double. One and one the count. Renault thought it was a little outside, but it catches the outside of the plate in the corner for a strike. 1-2, 2 outs. Working, trying to get out of the top of the seventh, only with one across the plate. Missed upstairs, 2-2. Jackfish will take the weekend off as the IBL busy weekend continues for a lot of teams. Jackfish only will play 2 this weekend. Sunday in Hamilton for the second part of this home and home. Jackfish Wednesday in Brantford. And then Thursday night, back here, Thirsty Thursday, the Sox come to town for the second part of that home and home. And if I recall correctly, there'll be still one more home and home. Again, as he rings him up, strike number 3. And it's another strikeout. Make that number 9 for Hartford tonight. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. It's time for the 7th inning stretch as Tom Pallone and Harry Carey takes us through the middle of the 7th.
Leading off the 7th inning.
Bottom of the 7th we go. It's a 10-2 Jackfish lead over the Cardinals. Hamilton was able to score 1 in the 7th. As I've just been given a word, Jamie Campbell in the house once again. Jamie Campbell, of course, the host of Rogers Blue Jays baseball. Taking in some more Jackfish baseballs. He was here to throw at the first pitch a few weeks ago. Back for some more Pond Water Lager on Thirsty Thursday. Cardinals down by 8 as the Jackfish have a comfortable 10-2 lead in the bottom of the 7th. Evens up the count as Ryan Clark in to pitch once again for the 7th inning. Clark came in relief of the starter, Chris Lazar, went 5 innings, gave up 14 hits, 10 runs, 7 earned, and now a hit up the middle from Marriott gets Eric Marriott aboard in the 7th inning. So the count 1-2, and Marriott goes up the middle right back at Clark for a leadoff single for the Jackfish here in the bottom half of the inning. Marriott 3 for 4 tonight. Having a great night here at the pond. He was batting .275. That'll push up the batting average a little bit. Outside, 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Ground ball, could be 2. They go to second. The throw to first, not in time. But they get the runner that would have been in scoring position. And the Jackfish remain the same with only 1 base runner aboard, and he's on first with 1 out.
Right fielder, number 13, Brandon Nicholson.
So they get the runner going to second on the fielder's choice. Nolan Pettipiece is aboard at first as he beat the throw, which negated the double play for the Cardinals. Fastball, good pitch from Clark, catches the outside of the plate for strike number 1. Here comes the 23rd pitch of the ball game. 23rd pitch of the ball game for Ryan Clark. Foul! From here, sure looked good. Just looked like it went over the bag and crossed foul past the first base line. The umpire, though, may have had a better view, of course, as that one nearly hit him. Coming right at him, good dance move to get out of the way, was Ben Mercier. 0-2 the count. Off the end of the bat, line drive, back to first. Not in time. As Pettipiece able to slide back to tag up in time, as it was a line drive off the bat of Nicholson.
First baseman, number 24, Griffin Keller.
So 2 outs, and that'll bring up Griffin Keller. Keller 2 for 3 in the ball game. 24 for 68 in the season, batting .352.
Not very good on the auction.
The 1 through 7 hitters for the Jackfish, deadly in the lineup. Not a batter lower than a batting average of .300. Keller this season, 5 home runs. He's driven in 13 RBIs. And he's having a night tonight, 2 for 3 already in the ball game. The 1-0 is outside, and it's 2 balls, 0 strikes. So 2 out situation. Runner aboard for the Jackfish on first base in a 10-2 ball game. 2-0 the count. Clark working against Keller. Keller swings and fouls it away. And he gets back in the count as Clark. It's 2-1. Out of town scoreboard. Kitchener running away now from Brantford. It's 11-4 for the Panthers. So that'll keep the standings deadlocked, as it looks like the Panthers are going to go on and win in Brantford, as they have a pretty good cushion, a 7-run lead. There's a shot up the middle, and that'll move the base runner to second on another single for the Jackfish. As everyone around me now enjoying a Jackfish dog. Boy, the smell upstairs in the press box.
Number 23, James Hoffman.
Another huge crowd on hand tonight to take in a beautiful night of baseball at the pond. Happy Gilmore night, of course, as the Jackfish wearing those uniquely designed uniforms, especially just for the ball game tonight. They're being auctioned off as we speak. The lucky recipients will take those jerseys home and be a part of history as the Jackfish wear these beautifully plaid Happy Gilmore uniforms. All the money raised, of course, in support of the Lions Club. Proud partners and community sponsors with the Welland Jackfish. Great community relationship. As Dane Tofflin takes it inside. 1-1, the count. Tofflin 2 for 4 in the ballgame. Having a really good season, batting .389. For most of the year, though, his batting average has just been a few tads above 400. Fouls it back to the softball field. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Stefan Strecker warming up for the Hamilton Cardinals. The big, tall righty number 40 came in to close for the Hamilton Cardinals last time they were here. Right back at Clark, line drive. The second baseman couldn't block it. And the runner's being waved home. Stops. The throw is well high. Almost came to me in the press box. And that'll move the base runners on the diamond. The Cardinals just absolutely falling apart. Cannot swim in the pond. And the Birds really struggling here in Welland tonight. Make it an 11-2 game. Jackfish just eating them alive. And they have runners in scoring position with 2 outs. That throw from second base was about 20 feet high over the head of the catcher. Just a panic throw, it seemed, as he saw the runner stopped and thought he might have a chance to get him out at the home plate. But wow, well high, and the Cardinals trying to just get out of this game. Runners on second and third now for the Jackfish in an 11-2 game. As the scorer, Curtis Person's going to have a tough time trying to find the errors on that one. Ground ball, that'll go through the hole and make it a 12-2 game. As Datsun, another runner comes across the plate. Now Datsun's going to second. The Cardinals really struggling now. As it looked like it would just be an RBI single, Datsun gets to second and scores both runners.
The DH, Pat Hildebrand.
So 13-2 Jackfish as Welland puts up 3 more here in the 7th inning. So Datsun, the lone base runner aboard here now on second base. High fly ball to left field. And he makes the catch. The Birds finally get out of the inning. 13-2. The Jackfish lead. We'll go to the top of the 8th when we come back.
Of the next inning, the 8th inning.
Pitching changes. It's a call to the bullpen. Rogers call to the bullpen for Jamie Campbell as he's in attendance. Eric Hagedorn, the right-hander, the 6'11", 255-pound right-hander from Victoria, British Columbia, will come into the ballgame. Has an ERA of 15. He's appeared in 4 games, started 2. Had a good outing against the Barrie Cats back here Saturday night. Good heat on that fastball to open up Hagedorn's line. Hagedorn was actually working from the ballpark today. Spent a lot of his time on Zoom up here in the press box. So he's been here for quite a while, and now he gets the pitch against the Cardinals in a 13-2 ball game. Swing and a miss, and they cannot catch up to Hagedorn. The heat coming from the big 1-7. 2 strikes, no balls. A couple of fastball offerings from Hagedorn here in the 8th. So 2 strikes. That one way outside as the control not there on the third offering from Hagedorn. Jackfish back in action Sunday afternoon as they'll be in Hamilton. They'll go to Carstar Field to take on the Cardinals, the second part of this home and home. Jackfish will get a couple of rest days, huge for the pitching rotation, as Harford's night is over with Hagedorn coming in. Swing and a miss, and they got him, another strikeout, and it's Hagedorn's first of the evening. So Niles, who was 0 for 3, strikes out and goes 0 for 4 now. And that'll bring up Ryan Burnside. Burnside tonight, 1 for 3 in the ballgame. He's got a home run of the season. He's driven in 10 runs. He's batting 17 for 74. 229 batting average for the catcher. Hagedorn's offering misses outside. So 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Hagedorn now right back at it with his fastball down the middle for a strike. Evens the count, 1-1. Be sure to join us whenever you can at the pond. Be sure to bring your friend's birthday party. Contact us if you'd like to set up an event. We'll take care of you no matter what you'd like to do here at the pond. Visit wellandjackfish.com for tickets or more information. Next chance to do so 1 week tonight, Thursday, August 26th, the next home game for the Welland Jackfish. The Brantford Red Sox are in town for another Thirsty Thursday. 1-2, ground ball, foul. Called foul, just trickled over the bag into foul territory, and the count remains 1-2. So the Jackfish, a line drive down the right field side and almost hit the first base umpire Ben Mercier. And now the Cardinals a roller down the third base side at the umpire Alan Ward. So Hagedorn, he's set. The big man on the 1-2, swing and a miss. And Hagedorn's got a second strikeout. Burnside strikes out as Hagedorn records his second K in as many batters. And that'll bring up Chris Procopio. Cardinals bats not alive here at the pond tonight. Only able to score 2 runs, those coming in the 5th and the 7th innings. And now they sit with nobody on board with 2 outs, and Hagedorn throwing fastballs like it's his day job. Ridley settling in after his first couple of outings. Got rocked in Toronto, but then was able to claw his way back in Saturday's game with fireworks right here, of course, against the Barrie Cats. And now he's struck out 2 in his first 2 batteries faced. He's ahead in the count. 2 strikes, no balls, 2 outs. He's a strike away from sitting down the Cardinals 3 up, 3 down. Another fantastic crowd here. All of them still here in the 8th as he fouls that away into the parking lot. We talked about Eric Hagedorn's ERA of 15. He's only pitched 6 innings, though. He struck out 7 batters. He's thrown 10 strikes, only 2 balls so far in his 12 pitches so far. Here's the 13th. Line drive. Excuse me, ground ball, line drive. What am I saying here in the 8th inning? It must be getting late here in the Rose City. It is 13-2. Not even close. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th when we come back.
Leading off the 8th inning for your Welland Jackfish, the catcher, number 34, Cole Larkin.
Cole Larkin will lead things off for the Welland Jackfish as Eric Hagedorn keeps the Cardinals at bay. They go 3 up, 3 down. A couple of strikeouts for the big man, Eric. A great inning of work, only threw 14 pitches. Opening pitch of the bottom half of the 8th inning is a ball outside as Ryan Clark continues the work here for the Hamilton Cardinals. We originally said it was Gajcik, but he went back to school. We thank the Hamilton Cardinals for the information. As he's wearing number 19 on point streak and the rosters, he's listed as number 91. So he flips around, jumps on the mound, and he'll pitch for the Cardinals tonight. He's down in the count, 3 balls and no strikes. To Cole Larkin. Larkin this season is 18 for 46, just a few notches below 400. Couple home runs, 13 RBIs. Batting .391 through 20 games. Called strike inside of the plate, 3-1. Out of town scoreboard, it is still Kitchener on top, 11-4. At home against the Red Sox. 3-1. That'll catch the outside of the corner. And now it's 3-2. So full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Started with 3 balls, came back with 2 straight strikes. Down the right field, off the end of the bat. And the right fielder for the Cardinals is there for out number 1. So Lane Renault was on the move. He's able to get it, find it in the lights, and make the catch for out number 1. Dennis Day Benning came into the ball game about halfway through. He replaced the left fielder Tony Kwan. So Kwan and Day Benning will split time tonight in left field. Dave Benning swings at the first pitch, and that is foul. So 1 strike, no balls, and a 1 out for Dennis Dave Benning. Dave Benning this season's batting .250. He's driven in 4 runs. 9 for 36 on the season. In those first 10 games, he was a guy that was a staple in the lineup, and then the Jackfish, of course, made all those changes, and the season was turned around. They go 3-7 through the first 10 ball games, 7-3 the next, and they have a commanding 11-run lead here in the 21st game of the season. 1's across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Deep shot to left. High to the moon. To the wall. A sliding. Did not make the catch. As he smacks the Kit Steel advertisement off the wall as the center fielder, Justin Gideon, couldn't believe he didn't make that grab. Made all the effort he could, but it drops just in front of him, it looks like, off the wall, and it'll be a double for Dennis Dave Benning.
Your center fielder, number 9.
Ball flight just a little bit too high to get out of the park. But one of Dennis Dave Benning's best swings of the year. It's just fitting, though, that the Jackfish put up 13 runs on Happy Gilmore night. Sent a ball out of the park, hit a homer. Fans are going to leave happy on Happy Gilmore night. Can't ask for much more on a thirsty Thursday. 1 ball, no strikes. Dave Benning is behind Ryan Clark at second base. Jackfish will look to keep going, as they'll always remember that game in Hamilton, of course, where they took their foot off the gas and the Cardinals were able to come all the way back and steal a win from the Fish. They'll be in Hamilton Sunday, so they have to be able to keep going here in the 8th and 9th inning. 1 out. Dave Benning on second base. 2-0 the count. Ground ball right to the first baseman. So Procopio steps on the first base for out number 2, and Dave Benning slides over to third. So they take the out and they move Dave Benning to third base, just 90 feet away from making it 14-2. And Nolan Pettipiece, the 9th batter in the order for the Jackfish tonight, comes to the plate. So 2 outs now for Pettipiece. Takes a called strike, and it's no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. A runner aboard on third. Pettipiece 1 for 4 in the ball game, 7 for 27 this season. He's got 3 RBIs, though. Looking to add to that total here. Dave Benning inching closer to home. Swings, and that one is fouled back. And he falls behind in the count, 0-2. So Clark will work here against Pettipiece, who's down to the count 0-2, 2 outs. And he steps off. Now he's set 0-2. Here's the pitch. Missed, and it's the first ball, 1-2. Cardinals at home tomorrow to take on the Toronto Maple Leafs. And just 1 game on Saturday on the docket. It is the Barrie Bay Cats hosting the London Majors. You don't see that very often in the IBL, a Saturday game. Just 1 on the schedule. With all these rainouts, seems like there's been more rainouts in the IBL than any year I can remember. 2s across the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Dave Benning aboard on third for the Jackfish. Clark trying to get the Cardinals out of the inning. Upstairs, and it's 3-2. So it's a full count. Here's the 3-2. Popped up. That will go into the seats behind us. Couple of Plinko chips. Almost could have grabbed that ball. So it almost hit the manager, Jason McKay, and Brent Colomb to my left. They reach out. They got that ball. But Brent's relaxed, not making any effort that one tonight. 3-2. And he throws the pitch outside, and the Jackfish will continue the inning with a runner on first and third. So runners on the corners now with 2 outs for the Jackfish here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Right fielder, number 13, Brandon Nicholson.
Clark now against the top of the order of Brandon Nicholson, who's had a pretty outstanding night at the plate for the Jackfish. Nicholson already 3 for 4 tonight. Here's the pitch. Off speed upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. And Burnside will have a word with his pitcher, Ryan Clark. And out comes Dean Costelli. Jackfish, of course, as a reminder, get your tickets online now. If you're able to join us at the pond, you can buy them anytime, anywhere on your phone. You can download the Show Pass app or visit wellandjackfish.com. Bring your friends, work, birthday party. We'll accommodate whatever you need right here at the pond. You can join us on the dock and have your own private section. Group tickets available right now as well, wellandjackfish.com. We'll see you next Thursday night when the Brantford Red Sox come to town for a 7:30 opening pitch. So 2 balls, no strikes. And the night continues to get worse for the Cardinals here. They have runners on the corner. Dave Banning is on third. Pettipies aboard on first after that walk. And that's well outside, 3-0. So now the Jackfish are a ball away from loading the bases, up by 11. He's got his signal. Here's the pitch on the 3-0. Takes it down the middle for a strike. So 3 balls and a 1 strike now as Clark tries to get out of the inning, and the jam he's in with runners on the corner. Clark's pitch count starting to get up there, swing and a miss, as that was his 58th pitch of the ball game. In the couple innings he's come into work. 33 strikes and 25 balls so far for Clark. It's his first time in the mound for the Cardinals. 3-2, 2 outs. Runners going, but it's fouled to the right field berm. Tried to catch that barehanded. Should have grabbed the kid's glove right in front of him and made the catch. But the kid gets the ball, so everybody's happy. 3-2. The at-bat continues, and that nearly hits him high and inside, and that'll load the bases. So Griffin Keller comes to the plate. He's got the bases loaded. Two out still for the Jackfish.
Griffin Keller.
Griffin Keller, bases loaded. Keller's 3 for 4. He's 24 for 68 on the season. Swings to the first pitch. Almost hit Pat Casey. He's got 5 home runs, driven in 13 runs. But like I said, a great night for Griffin Keller. Also has a sac fly tonight that scored a run. 3 for 4 in the ball game. No balls, 1 strike. It's a hit to center. Gideon after it. He's there, and the bases will remain loaded. 3 outs will go to the top of the 9th. Cardinals need 11 to force anything. We'll go to the top of the 9th when we come back.
Visit Niagara College online at niagaracollege.ca.
So top of the ninth we go, and the Hamilton Cardinals will lead things off with a pinch hitter coming into the ball game. It's the infielder number 8, Jordan Young.
Number 8, Jordan Young.
Also a call to the bullpen for the Welland Jackfish. The ball will be handed to the righty Michael Bonacorso, and he's having a fantastic season. Great numbers. ERA of 1.22 in his 5 games of work. He's pitched in 7 1/3 innings. Struck out 8 batters. And he'll face the righty Jordan Young to start off. Here in the ninth, he's got a 13-2 cushion. Quick work from Bonacorso as he receives the ball. Likes to pitch fast. 1-1 the count. He's set. Here's the third pitch. Fastball upstairs, misses, and he's behind 2-1. Refreshing to see pitchers that just like to keep on moving. A lot better offering there. Called strike, 2-2. He's thrown 4 pitches in the amount of time some pitchers throw 1. An absolute laser. Shot right back up the middle. The shortstop moving over to make the play, and he throws it to Keller for out number 1.
Second baseman Brandon.
So Dadson over to Keller for the opening out. It took Bonacorso 5 pitches, but they get the out on the 6-3. So here is Brendan Nieva. Young is retired, which brings up Nieva here, the bottom of the order for the Cardinals. Fastball's in the dirt, and it's a 1-ball, no strike count here in the top of the ninth inning. Jackfish ahead 13-2. There's a shot that'll drop shallow center field. That'll be a base hit for Nieva. Out of town scoreboard, still Kitchener 11, Brantford 4. That's in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Shortstop Tristan Osika.
So the Cardinals have a base runner here in the top of the ninth as they go to the top of the order for Tristan Osika. Osika's been aboard every single time. This time he's got a runner aboard. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it into the stands. The minor baseball team from Ottawa tried to make the play. Just couldn't come up with it. They find it on the berm and they'll take home a souvenir. Another great crowd on hand. Announced attendance 912 here at the pond on a thirsty Thursday. Here's the 0-1. Fouled it back again, and that one into the parking lot. So Bonacorso's ahead in the count. Two strikes, no balls, with a runner aboard and 1 out. Here's the 0-2 offering. Not called a strike. Inside on the fastball, 1-2. So now the 1-ball, 2-strike count with 1 out. Here's the offering from Bonacorso. That missed well outside, and it's 2-2. Two and two with 1 out. The Jackfish a double play away from getting their 11th win of the season and getting back over 500. Looper, that could get down and it will. That'll move the base runners from first to second, and now they have 2 aboard with 1 out.
Left fielder Ryan Fremantle.
So any bag now for the Jackfish as they have base runners on first and second. 1 out for the Cardinals here as Osika finds a way to get on base again. 2 for 2 to the ball game. Couple of walks, couple of hits. Jackfish could not figure out Osika tonight, the leadoff man for the Cardinals. Another looper. Dadson backing up, though. He makes the catch. And now the Jackfish 1 out away from the 11th win of the season.
Center fielder Justin Gideon.
The center fielder, Justin Gideon. Now batting is Fremantle. Little short fly out to Dadson, who backed up to make the play. Bonacarso, he's set. Here is the first pitch to Gideon, and that'll move the base runners. The throw, a really weak throw, call it a ball game. A laughable way to win. What were the Cardinals doing on the base running there? The Jackfish win the ball game. 13-2 your final. Jackfish couldn't even believe what happened there. Had so much time to get him out going to third. They'll take it. Definitely not the Cardinals' night tonight. They will travel back down the QEW with hopefully a little less traffic on the way home. They'll want to forget this one quickly. They lose by 11. Be sure to join us right back here next Thursday night. Be sure to wear your cowboy hat, country boots, as it is country night and Thirsty Thursday next Thursday night. Brentford's in town. We'll see you then. Until next time, 13-2 final. Go Jackfish.